Well, good morning. Welcome to my home. Coffee's on, fire's lit. It's Monday, the 10th of February, 2025. And I just, it's been a few days since I posted something again, but there's been just so much going through my head and through my thoughts, and so much going on out in the world and that. It's just been spending a lot of time processing some of it, I guess. And I thought I'd come and say good day today, and let's sit down and have a chat. But going to do something a little bit different today for what I want to share. I always would like to come and share the thoughts I'm having right at the moment with you, and that's what I kind of endeavor to do. But again, I'm not coming here to tell you about all the bad things that are going on in the world and all the other stuff, and to bring it all to your attention, because if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, and you are willing to look at things, you can see what's going on. It's a dark agenda. We look at the south of the border, and everybody's all excited about what Trump's doing. He's reorganizing this and reorganizing that, and saving this and saving that, and you look at the mess that's going on up here in Canada with what we call a prime minister, and he's run away again overseas right now as we're having all these issues with tariffs and so on and so forth here. And we got the leadership of the Liberal Party going on, and blah blah blah, and Carney probably going to get in, and he's about the same as young Mr. Trudeau. The only difference between him and Justin is Carney's smart. He's the same program and that, but he's just smarter. And same with what I see going on south of the border. He's doing a lot of great things. Same, I think, if Polyev got in up here, I think he'd do a lot of great things. But the ultimate agenda is still the same, I think. And it's the technocratic state and the transhumanism stuff. But that's not really what I want to talk to you about today. As I sat here and dwelled a little bit on what I wanted to say to you and what I wanted to share today, and that, like I said, most mornings I'm up between 3 and 5, and I try to spend some quiet time and meditate, pray, whatever you want to call it, and that, but just communicate with higher consciousness, with source, with whatever you want to call it, with God, and that, however you want to phrase it, but just to listen to spirit is what I characterize it as. Anyway, the last 3 or 4 days, I've had 3 or 4 messages, I guess, come through that I wrote down in my journal and that, and I just feel led to share them with you as they came through and as I wrote them down. So grammatically they might not be the greatest, and presentation wise might not be the greatest, but just kind of think that this may speak to somebody about something. It's like I said, I'm not here to change anybody's mind or make anybody think a certain way. I'm just here. I just want to encourage you to think, and maybe think outside of that box. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll just read the messages as I wrote them down, and hopefully it will resonate with somebody. And that's the only reason I do any of this, is just to encourage and to inspire you, the one person I'm speaking to right now, to maybe think just a little different, and maybe reach out and grab a hold of your own spiritual thoughts. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. This is just a secondary thought from 2 or 3 days ago, but it says, people are saying that we need to rise up against these entities. And what I got was wrong. We need to rise above these entities, to quit engaging them on their level. And then I was thinking about, how do we engage above that? And the word love come to me. And that you are love. That love is not a feeling. It is a state of being, a knowing. You talk of unconditional love, but that is a limiting perspective. Of course, love has no conditions, but love with any conditions is not love, but it is a desire to have a need in you met. You have been so programmed and manipulated that you equate love with emotion and desire, but true love, actual love, just is. And I think there's a lot in that. If we just actually encompass love in everything we do. And we don't need to talk about unconditional love, because true love is unconditional. True love gives with no expectation in return. So anyway, hopefully that would mean something to somebody there. And then the other one is the next day I got self-identity. It comes down to what you identify with. Whether you identify with or as a label, that's different experiences or different things that happen to you. Is that what you identify with? Or do you identify with who you are? The knowing and awareness that is within you. And do you identify with that? You do what you know to be right. We're coming to the point where soon it's going to be nothing left to lose. And so much is coming at us. Now it's time to rise above the perceived limitations. Do what you know to be right, irrespective of the consequences. Do not allow yourself to be intimidated into acquiescing into the fear of the unknown. But even the unknown, if you really connect with your spirit, with your intuition, is really not that unknown. Yeah, the actual circumstances of that maybe, but you know the outcome if for yourself is just going to be draw you closer to who you really are. And then this morning, and that as I was sitting there, this one come to me, and see whether that touches anybody or speaks to anybody too, is the words, "O ye of little faith," and "with the faith of a mustard seed," were resonating in my thoughts this morning. They really were, And then the words of one of John Nolan's songs, "Faith in Me." Some of the words of that is, "I put my faith in me, because that's where you live and that's where you breathe." They were striking a chord with me this morning too. So, You know, that's where creation is. That's where the creator, that's where source, our consciousness, that's where all us, just a spark of that divine consciousness. That's where that consciousness lives, is in me and you. So that's, you know, where to put your faith, I think. Belief systems that can't be questioned are just that, systems, programs, boxes that you have internalized, and then you have put your faith in the program. You have become participants in groupthink, unwilling to question the status quo. You have accepted that you are a victim of the circumstances of the life you perceive. And I think there's a lot to that too. Like, you know, we do look around and everything is perception. And if you want to perceive it as you're a victim of it, then you're going to be running around looking for some answer, someone to save you, someone coming to fix something somewhere, somehow, you know. And there's only one person, one thing that can fix anything for you, and that's you. You know, the words of a Leonard Cohen song, the lyrics of one of his songs come to mind too, and it was, ring the bells that still can be rung. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. And you are the light, and there is a crack in the systems, in the programs. And you as the light can get into those programs, get through and that. So just allow that light, allow yourself to be that light. Don't worry about the consequences of speaking out, of saying anything. Don't be concerned whether somebody likes what you say or doesn't like what you say. I'm reading a book there now that talks about the golden rule and how we should make the golden rule our golden standard. And, you know, that's just do unto others as you have them do unto you. You know, the words of Jesus says, love one another as you love yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. And, you know, if we all did that, each one of us, all treated each other with that love and the respect and that and the kindness and the compassion, we'd change the whole world in an instant, just about. But anyway, hopefully that spoke to somebody. Like I said, it's a little different than what I usually do, and that's just the way it came to me in those 3 mornings, and I just wrote it down that way, and I just felt that I should share it in that way to you. So anyway, you know, reach out, give your loved ones a hug, tell them they're loved, look in the mirror, tell yourself you're loved, know you're loved, and we love you. Oh, I appreciate you spending the time with me. I appreciate the ability that this foolish system of electronics gives us the ability to talk back and forth. And again, just drop a comment. You know, I'd like to converse with you all. Anyway, be loved. Know that you're loved. Have a great day. We'll talk again. Bye-bye.